What's up, Savage? It's your boy Twisty, and today this is going to be a different type of video. We're going to talk about how to protect yourself. Oh, there's an echo in this room. I want to change the room. Right. We're going to talk about how to protect yourself against the double Lucian. Lucian himself just creates the meta for the arena because he's the only monster in the game which has an AoE ignore defense. And it does a ridiculous amount of damage, 40,000 sometimes. This one does 28,000, the other one does about 24,000, 20,000 when he doesn't crit. So, he does about 20,000 most of the time. So that is, even just with my two Lucians, that is 48,000 that you have to deal with in PvP. And we're just going to go in. We're going to go into PvP and we're going to try and double Lucian some people. And I'm going to talk about why I'm going to ignore certain defenses and which ones I go for straight away without hesitation, because I know that I can beat them. So this defense is a perfect example of a defense that I would ignore. Because of the Praha, probably on Despair. This has a chance to strip buffs or even just stun my team, and also the Chloe will be fast. We can always try and outspeed the Chloe, but the Monkey King himself is an issue because his attack power is going to increase by about 160% past the two Lucian hits, right? We can't stun him either, so we're going to ignore that team. Okay. So this team, we wouldn't double Lucian this because there's a chance that the Bernard can be faster, so we're actually going to ignore it. But this is just more, that's one of the ways to protect yourself from a double Lucian. This team, we could try hitting, but there's a Chloe in there, okay? So we're just going to ignore it for now. We're going to ignore that one as well. So let's go to the list and see if we can pick anyone up to Lucian. And I'll explain to you guys why his team doesn't protect against a double Lucian. I mean, you probably understand. So this is a good example of a team that we can double Lucian, right? And Juno is in there. Juno can potentially AoE buff strip. Juno could possibly also 1v4 my team if we're not careful. But look at the attack bars, right? We're faster, obviously, because we've got Bernard, and because they have no attack bar buffers on their team or a really fast Chloe, we get the turn advantage. Then Megan will go, and this is going to push our Lucian's attack bars over the edge. And the only way this guy can potentially protect himself is if his units have Nemesis runes, okay? That's the only way he's going to be able to survive it, and no one has Nemesis runes. So when the second Lucian goes, he's going to take out some of the units on the team, okay? Next, what we would do, we didn't kill straight away because we didn't have crit buff, so certain units are going to survive, okay? But what we're going to do is we're going to take out as many of their units as we can. We actually want to hit Juno when possible with a different harmful effect. Just like hit Juno and then just hit him when it's otherwise, because you don't want to get too many debuffs onto Juno, otherwise we're gonna have a problem. Glance, thank you. Do that to him. I don't want to use any of Megan's debuffs onto Juno, because if Lucian were to put his unrecoverable and then Megan then lands a dot, then Juno's going to heal up. But we should have this kill onto Juno, to be honest with you, very soon. Let's just keep attacking him for now. And next time that'll be a kill on Juno, and then we just kill this guy. So that took longer than we wanted, but that's mainly because my Lucians are not the best runes. But you can just tell we're able to pick off the Soon from a team which keeps the Theomars alive. So this team we will ignore because of the Vanessa lead with the Chloe. And this is all arena comes down to. People are gonna try to blow you up as fast as they possibly can. I was actually in Conqueror 3 earlier. I got hit down. People are gonna try and go in with their speed teams, with their Lucians and whatever, and they're gonna try and just one shot your team straight away. And you need to have the mechanics to protect yourself against these kinds of teams. I don't actually have wall runs on Megan, which could be really super useful to have. Because Leo's going to hit the water monster on the team. We don't want him to hit Bernard. We want to get the turn advantage against this guy. And what we can actually do is take in a different nuker like Sigmarus, just to finish off the other team afterwards. So that's what we're going to do. My Sigmarus hasn't got the best runes in the world, but like your Leo is going to hit Sigmarus every single time. But we're going to buff our attack bars, so we have the turn advantage in this fight, unless they have Nemesis runes, which maybe Chow has Nemesis, but it doesn't look like anyone has Nemesis on their team. So then the second Lucian goes, and obviously because of these defenses water, we're able to squeak more damage into his team than he would actually be expecting. Obviously because we get the crit more, right? So we want to get that tap buff debuff on Chow. He's going to heal up a little bit, but it doesn't matter because once he's dead, then it's just down to killing Chow, which honestly is not going to be that difficult. Even though he's going to have Justice, he's not on Vamp runes, so I'm not worried, and he's dead now anyway. So that's an example of when you're going to see Leo in defense, and the Leo is squishy. So this is an example of a team which will not hold up very well in the arena at all, and that is because it makes it even easier, because I can take something like this with a crit rate buffer and just nuke his entire team. There's a chance that Bella and Veremos could be on Nemesis, but it's unlikely, to be honest with you. I could even take a Draco just to be completely sure that his team is not going to get a turn, and also that Veremos do not proc and then use a stun. So actually, Bella actually got a turn before the second Lucian, because the Lucian speed is not matched at the moment. So we got lucky because his Bella got stunned. But yeah, people put Theomars in arena defense, and honestly, if your Theomars is at 1v4 against Lucians, unless he violent procs and kills, even if he violent procs and kills both Lucians, actually no, right? Because if he was on Vamp runes, that could potentially work, but chances are no. So that team you would avoid because it's all fire, right? We're not going to crit very much against them. This guy, he's got Tyrone lead, okay? We're going to ignore him. This guy lead on the Vertiheal, so we ignore him. He's got buff removal and the Orion, and this guy's probably going to have speed as well. Yeah, he's got Orion. He's got some speed in there, so we're going to ignore him too. All right. So let's have a look at what else we can hit. You've got the zero. I mean, the thing is that with those kind of teams, you've got to be careful, because the chances are this Orion is pretty fast, and it's down to just bait out your team and make you want to hit it, and then without you realizing. So what we could actually potentially do against this team, because they're going to be so squishy, is take something like this, and then take our crit rate buffer, and hope that the Zeros is not like super fast. We will outspeed the Orion because of the speed lead, unless his Orion is amazingly fast. See, we just outspeed. We did in fact need the speed lead this turn. That's going to put Lucian on, and we're going to do that to Theomars. Okay, so he's actually going to harmless plank, and with Lucian got resistance, but he got unrecoverable, but we get the turn in anyway, which is good. See, that's literally my Lucians, I need more speed on them, so this kind of stuff doesn't happen. What I'm wondering if the Zeros is going to go, but because of crit buff, we should have it's tanky Orion. We should have a few kills fairly soon, and even though this is not like a double Lucian, it just shows you really like how easy it is to obviously that's a 3-man team, but we're just gonna try and nuke teams as fast as we can in PvP. Who else can we go for? He's running an Orion. We could try it actually. We could just try to see like Lucian teams are banking on their Bernard being faster than your Orion, faster than your Vertiheal, faster than your own Bernard or your Tapa Increaser on your arena defense. And in this case, we're faster. And even though his Orion might be say 235 speed, because of the buffs from Megan and Bernard, it's easy to push our attack bar over their attack bars, and he just stunned the one Lucian that I need to go. That is, no, he didn't stun. Oh fuck, he's nearly dead. Hopefully this Lucian can do something and kill someone. There we go. Kill you, and then we just finish off the rest of the team. Let's just get some damage done to the Ashir. He's the like if he defense breaks someone, and then Ashir gets a turn, that's when things get scary. Probably should have used the debuffs then, but still. Yep, got the uncoverable, but not like it matters because his cooldown is 4 turns, but it just shows you just how powerful. We've already seen. Everyone mostly knows just how powerful Lucian is. I actually have 3. I have another Lucian in store which is not awakened yet. But now, on this segment of the video, we're going to talk about more advanced mechanics to protect yourself against. See, we're already in Conqueror 3 now because of the current rank in Arena. It's only a Tuesday, so people are not actually that. People haven't climbed that high up yet. If you look at the number 1 player, he's only. That people usually get into like the 2,200 and plus towards the end of the week. Let's just refresh and see who we can go for. So again, it's a Leo, but with the Beast Monks, I'm not too confident fighting that team. I think I'm going to start putting some will runes on some of my, for example, my crit rate buffer. Will runes will be super useful on him. This is an example of a team where I don't have to worry. I don't necessarily, unless he has Nemesis runes, then I have to worry. But otherwise, I can take like a really strong nuking team like this. So back to how to protect yourself. If you haven't heard already from the video, I've been going on and on and on about Nemesis runes, and in my opinion, will runes will only get you so far up in Arena, because players will like you can use speed up to a certain point, and then after that players will bring their will rune their wombo combo teams against you, and what they will do is they will have buff removal like the Wind Brownie, Soha, Churu, Tiana is basically OP for that. Praha sort of works as well. They'll bring an AoE buff removal, then they'll bring a defense break like Galleon or Lure, and they'll take 2 nukers, easily farmable ones at Amir, and they'll maybe take like another Lucian in there as well, just to make sure that they ignore defense in case like a debuff doesn't land, or they'll take a Megan or something like that to do the attack buff, and just get the team the turn advantage in the fight. But so you can use will runes, but will runes eventually will just be debuffed off. They'll be cleansed off by monsters like Chewie, which I actually have. But one of the methods you can use is Nemesis runes, and especially this doesn't work as well if they're using a Galleon, okay? Because Galleon does not actually hit a monster when he applies his 3rd skill. He doesn't actually deal any damage to them, which is why Galleon is so good for PvP. He doesn't trigger any of the Nemesis runes, okay? So what you can do to protect yourself, protecting yourself against Galleon is tough, but a monster like Lure, who actually does damage with the AoE defense break, it may push a monster like Veramus, or it may push a monster like Belladon high enough. It may push their attack bar high enough to proc their turn, and Bella could heal and increase the attack bar, or Veramos in this case would cleanse the defense break. And once the defense break is cleansed, it makes it harder for teams to be able to one-roll combo loose. So he's done a good thing with his Chisoon. He's put his Chisoon on Nemesis runes, and Chisoon actually gets a turn in before my other Nuka goes. In this case, we actually get even though she did something with the attack bar, we still get the turn before her. So we're probably going to be able to wipe out this full team. But that just shows you an example of how you can squeak out turns. Against specifically double Lushens, the best way to do it is to have an attack bar increaser. I'm actually going to take Chuo into this fight, just to be able to deal. Actually, let's take Megan. Is to have an attack bar increaser. That's probably the best way to deal with them. And because of Lushen teams, if they're trying to hit you, they are banking on your their Bernard to be faster than even your defense's Bernard. Okay? And if you put a Bernard in or an Orion, see, that's an example of Nemesis runes coming to effect with Veramos. And he procced and he stunned. So that's a way to kill off Lushen teams, because Lushens want to blow you up in the first turn. If your monsters get a turn, they're probably going to lose a Lushen, and then their attack power of the team decreases drastically. Yeah, it's just soon obviously will violent proc. But his I don't know why this could be we could actually lose this purely because Chisoon violent proc then, because we really need to kill Chisoon in this fight to have a good chance. Let me just focus on this fight first before I go back to the debate. Right. Hopefully there should be a kill. Nope, we didn't crit. Okay. So we know he's at kind of a ridiculous amount of HP. Can we please... Yeah. As long as we get the buffs, because our Bernard is going to be dead on the next hit from this Death Knight. And now's a good time to see if we can... Yeah, okay, so we stunned the Death Knight. Rena's probably going to hit Megan, actually. So we don't need to worry about that as much. So that's fine. It's only when the tower goes is when we're going to lose... Oh, shit. Is when we're going to probably lose a monster. And if we can get the kill onto this Arnold, then we don't have to worry as much about them pulling out random wins. So that should be a kill on Arnold there. Yeah. And now, please, can Megan survive? Can we land? We need to land. Okay, beneficial effects blocked. That's what the fuck. That was one turn. Let's just go for it anyway. See if we can punch through. She's nearly dead. Come on, Lushens. Crit. Shield's still up. Okay, she did uncoverable. We need to get an amputation magic up before the tower goes and destroys us. Come on. Oh god. This could be bad. There we go. That's a kill. That's a kill. There we go. Very lucky in that fight, to be honest with you. So, protect yourself against Lushens. You saw that Arnold. Arnold is a good example of how to protect yourself against Lushens. Although... Because he's a tank, okay? But I don't personally think that you should 6-star and build Arnold purely to... He's very... I like his skills quite a lot, because his base speed is only 3 off Bernard's. Off Bernard's base speed. I like the Dark Pirate quite a lot, actually. So that's... Then he had Faye as the leader. He's going to outspeed my Bernard, so I'm not going to attack that team. And you'll see, I'm ignoring most of the Chloe teams, because with the team that I'm using, I want to try... We can try hit this, actually, and just... So, even though he's got an attack bar increaser, if his Bernard fucks up, or his Bernard is not as fast as mine, we will destroy this team. His Bernard actually did the thing he wanted his Bernard to do, and he's very much procced but used the wrong skill. And because his Beast Monk is still so slow, now we're able to get turns in before his Beast Monk gets a turn. Okay, so now it's down to, do they have Nemesis runes? And the Veramos actually has Nemesis runes, but this should be a kill into at least two monsters, okay? So we got the kill on the ones we probably wanted, actually. And then it's now down to killing the Chisoon. So let's get some dots onto him, and then try and kill off this Chisoon. Because, okay, Chisoon is basically... Okay, she violent procced out the defense break, but I don't think it matters for these next sets of hits, because she's probably dead. One shot of this Lucian should... Yeah, she's dead. So even though we've got attack line increases, because his team... Even though he's very much fucked up, to be honest with you, he's very much... Like, he had a violent proc, and he still didn't stun on the second turn, so he got very lucky. But... And you'll use like these tanky beast monks, but Lucians have disturbed HP recovery on the first skill, and it seems to proc quite a lot actually. Unless you have good resistance on your team, they're gonna destroy your healers too. You cannot rely on healers to protect yourself against a double Lucian. I'd say the best way to do it is to do like a Tyron lead, and then take a Bernard, because even the Tyron's got elemental disadvantage, he tends to freeze Lucians quite a bit. I mean, most of the Tyrons are built with really good accuracy. So, you know, they have pretty good advantage against that. And you notice how easily we're able to push up into the ranks just by using double Lucian. I'm not going to do a refresh for the video, but I mean refreshing crystals, or crystal refresh. But see, that team we ignore because of Bernard with the Sierra speed, 24% speed. There's no way we outspeed that. And he's also got a Ryan in there as well, which is super annoying. That's both removable and a Chloe and a Ryan. In fact, this is probably like one of the best ones I can show you. Churu is very good for carrying Lucians because of the leader skill. Then you've got Orion, which can randomly stun or defense break one of your Lucians. You've got a Theomars to one-shot one of your Lucians, or any monster actually on the team, and Chloe is going to be really fast, so you're going to get buffed up by the Orion. Maybe she's on Violent, maybe because of the Orion being slow, or they have her on Swift as well, to make sure that if Orion fucks up, then Chloe's has a higher chance to pop a shield. So his team is pretty sound from double Lucians, to be honest with you. So that's a team you would want to avoid if you're trying to Lucian. And this is a team that I could potentially try. I don't know how fast his Draco is going to be, to be honest with you. But what we can do is we can just go for it. We can just try and see if we can outspeed his Draco. Maybe his Draco is really, really fast. We don't know, because this is kind of higher up in arena currently. So we actually outspeed his Draco, which is huge. This is huge. His Draco could potentially get a turn in. But, okay, so his Draco got... Wow, he got... Okay, so he's on Despair. That's big. The problem is, if his Veramos procs and stuns, we could have an issue. So I might just try and do this anyway and see if we can kill someone. No. Prior's going to heal, and this may fuck us over. Please don't be on Despair. Ooh, that's scary. That's scary. Please don't kill. Yeah. That's an example of how to survive it. Just have HP high enough. Like with the Veramos leader skill, they had high enough HP to just simply outlast the Lucians. Let's have a look what else we can hit. Again, this is like a Leopard Darian. We're going to avoid that because it's probably like a trap defense. Tons of Vanessa. So this is a team which can easily fool someone. You're going to think, oh, Purian, oh, he's only 97% speed. We're going to outspeed this guy, but he's got Tyron lead. This Lucian is probably going to be super strong. And the reason why he's obviously 6-star Purian, so he thinks Purian's really good for his team. And the thing is, if Purian gets a turn, this is gonna be 50%. Like, even if you get your Bernard in and he buffs it till that's like 30%, if his Purian then squeezes a turn in between units, he's gonna have turn advantage, which is the scary thing. So the only way to even attempt this is to try and use a speed lead. And then I'll take my strongest Lucian I have and take him. and then hope that we outspeed. This is what we're basically hoping we outspeed, and we don't. That is super scary. But his Lucian is not as well. His Lucian is pretty speedy, but we get the turn in as well. But I think because he has the 50%, his Lucian is probably going to go straight after. His Lucian is probably going to go before mine. But because of the invincibility of this, the only way his team can have a chance of winning this fight is if his Tyron goes and stuns. Oh, okay, that's good. So we're gonna try and strip all the buffs off, and that's weird. My Chiwu went. Oh yeah, my Chiwu does go before my Lucian anyway. I thought my Chiwu like went first. Like yeah, okay, makes sense. And that's where it just shows you need to have speed on 2 if you're gonna use a team like this guy is using with the Megan and the Purian. Megan fucked up straight away. To be honest with you, if his Megan uses third skill, he'd probably die. But because his Megan fucked up, and his Lucian didn't have speed on, probably didn't have speed on 2. Maybe his Tyron didn't have speed on 2. Maybe they weren't fast enough. We're able to amputation magic and just one-shot his entire team. That's one Lucian, guys. That's one Lucian. My Bernard is 242 speed. If you imagine someone with 280 speed Bernard, he's just gonna walk over that team with double Lucian. Just take a Megan. He doesn't even need crit rate leader because they're all water monsters for the most part. That's a really easy team for someone to Lucian. All they need to do is outspeed. Granted, his speed was quite good, but you just you can't rely on something like that. This is another example of a team which most people would probably try and double Lucian, to be honest with you. And there we go. Quite a long video actually. Like these Iranian fights take a lot longer than I usually think. So his Orion goes first, and obviously he's going to stun. The Lucian that's defense broken is going to get his face melted by the Camilla. And even like Chisoon is killing him. It's fucking ridiculous. This shit is actually... But now we're going to have turn advantage. Hopefully the Lucian can get his turn in. But then Chisoon will heal up, which is going to be really fucking annoying. But we can take the shield runes off. Chisoon, not stop Chisoon healing. Please, other Lucian, please do something good. Please do something good. Let's put that on Draco. And this has to kill something. If it doesn't, then we're not going to win this. Yeah, it's not going to kill anything. We're fucked. We are completely fucked. Did he have his third skill ready? He might have. Chasuna's going to do her AoE heal, I think. Oh no, she didn't. Okay. But that's still pretty annoying, actually. Now that should be a kill onto the Orion. Let's go after the Emma. I mean, to be honest, we probably lost this fight. We probably lost this fight because they have the Camilla, who's just going to wreck our face in. Unless our Lucian can get some big turns in before they get enough violent procs to win this fight. I mean, like, if our Lucian goes and then he does all his crits, Chasuna's gonna fall on blossoms right now. Oh no, she didn't. Okay, so right, it's all down to. I think we've lost this fight. Well, let's be real. Camilla's a good example of we lost that. So how did that team destroy my team? Thundermouse, the guy was called. How did he defeat my Lucian team? First of all, he's Ryan super fast. So they had turn advantage to begin with. Then you've got Camilla on Nemesis runes, which is just destroying my team entirely. You've got the Chisoon, which obviously kept his team alive, and also Emma, who kept the team alive too. So you've got a good damage dealer and some healers to keep the damage dealer alive. Pretty tough to go against, but I tried to see if we could outspeed, but we didn't outspeed. This team. It's going to be annoying. I'm probably going to try and avoid it if possible, but yeah, I don't want to make the video too long, so we may just let's just fuck it, let's just try and nuke it. Let's take crit rate buff, and let's see how we go. Actually, I've got the Sally on here that I'm working on. I've got quite a few monsters to work on actually. I plan to build up a Jubel, a Darian, and Ramagos up at some point, but I just have. Like, I don't really use any monsters that are not 6-star. Like, this is one of the few monsters that I have at 5-star, which I'm probably not going to 6-star. Because all I need him for is to do that. Oh, we are fucked. We are fucked. She's gonna do glancing hits, which is why we need the crit rate buff. Yeah, we're done. That concludes the video. That's just kind of a team that you cannot double Lucian because buff removal, glancing hit, and then 2 revivers. That was retarded for me to hit, but it just shows you how quickly you can climb the ranks using Lucians. And I know this is like the second arena video I've done with Lucians, but I like showing off just how OP double Lucian is. See you guys in the next video. Peace out.